Good morning, everyone. Neil from BookBolt here, and welcome to KDP and Coffee episode number 4. Now, we have not done one of these in a hot minute, so the point of this video, we're going to just log into BookBolt. I need to do some research for some upcoming books that I want to get created and released, but I don't actually have any ideas off the top of my head. So what we're going to do is we're going to log into BookBolt. We're going to do a little bit of research and see if we can find one, maybe two low content niches so you can kind of see how the research process goes. Now, if you've not joined the live calls before, you probably have seen this method in action, but let's go ahead and get started. Now, we are inside of BookBolt here, so you don't have anything open at all. I literally just logged in and hit record. So I don't have any ideas off the top of my head, but I do know I want to get some things over to my spreadsheets for creating in the very new future. So we're going to go to the cloud module. This is a replication of the KDP database for each of these categories. Now what I usually do is I will change this search by bestsellers to the top 500, and I typically keep it in the notebook category to start. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know what's going to be out there, what I'm going to find interesting this morning. So let's go ahead and click on search and just see what comes back. Now, what a lot of people do is they will start looking at the ones at the very top. Bad idea. These are extremely saturated. Yes, they do sell extremely well. They do have a very, very low sales rank, and they are flying off the shelves. And this one has nearly 10,000 reviews. But what I will usually do is, because there's a lot of products on this page, I will simply scroll way down, and now we are into some stuff that might make a little bit more sense. So let's take a look here. Session notebook, car parts and maintenance notebook for personal work and school, estimate book for a contractor. I got this. So I'm just looking for anything that really looks interesting here. That's kind of boring. Psychology is a work of art. Okay, sometimes I sit and think, and sometimes I see this cover, even though this is selling, I can barely read that, and it's going to be even smaller when it's on Amazon itself. So we have a ledger book, mini notebook, patient visit notebook, reloading data. What's reloading? Probably for ammo. Yep, right there. I'm really just looking through, see if I can find anything interesting. Numbered line notebook. This might be something that we could take a look at. So we'll open that up and see how well this is selling. Looks like this is selling pretty well. I'm going to assume we open this up on Amazon. You can see they have numbered the lines. This would be extremely easy to make inside of the studio. It's got 8 ratings. It was published a while ago. Price $6.99. Here's a read sample here. Looks like they might be going for dark paper. They don't. It's just white paper, and everything is numbered. So that looks pretty easy. So I'm just going to take this. Let's just see what's out there. Let's open up Amazon. Let's put this in there. Click on search. And over 7,000 results. So definitely not something I think would be low competition. But just looking through the results here. I wonder who this could be for. So let's read this. Save time creating numbered lists or finding a specific section in your notes. This notebook narrowed, ruled, line, pre-numbered. So it's not really, this book is not trying to niche down to anything specific. So that might be something we could look at. So a numbered line notebook for who, right? For general contractors, for math students, etc. I don't know yet, so we're going to keep that open. We might come back to this, but let's just keep going. That's the first one that kind of piqued my interest. Pretty decent cover. Very simple cover. Shooting data book. Let's see. Funny kind of gag gift type of book. Handwriting practice. Sketchbook. RSVP guest list. That might be interesting. Let's see how well this one's doing. It got picked up not too long ago, selling decently well. Price pretty high. I really like these type of books though, because you don't necessarily need to do ableist content. Why? Because the front of your book actually shows what's inside. So keep track of who's responded to invitations to weddings, parties, and other events with this guest list. Includes rooms to know dates mailed and number attending. So the main niche here, RSVP guest list. I'm going to assume this is probably pretty saturated as well. No, 165 results. That's really low. And most of these are RSVP cards. Interesting. Scroll to the bottom here. I'm going to go to the third page, see if this changes. It does change slightly, but we're still under 1,000 results. And notice how the main keyword here is RSVP guest list. It doesn't say anything about books. So let's keep track of who's responded to invitations. This printable guest list. This is not a good idea. This is a printed book. This is not a printable. It is something that you would actually physically write in. And I don't see a look inside. It is independently published, though. I don't see any A+ content. I really don't see anything here. It looks like their author name, they forgot a T. But let's take a look at this. So we'll take RSVP guest list. We'll go back inside of BookBolt. Let's go to the product search. I'm going to look in the general category, and I'm just going to enter in those keywords and see what else is out there. So we have RSVP guest list. So we have guest list, wedding guest, book, track wedding invitations. Here's the one we were just looking at. So we can open this one, wedding guest planner. So all kind of guest related, right? But the RSVP is the kind of keyword that differentiates all three of these. I do see there's room in the market. Why? Because there's more than one product selling here, so that's always a good idea. I do see that they're using RSVP here. So we open up that one. Sorry, I'm clicking around so much here. Okay, so this is a very, very long title. I probably shouldn't do that. This is just a guest list. I'd put all of these other keywords in the subtitle, which is everything after the colon. But I do see in the subtitle we have RSVP in here, so very, very interesting. We have an email list, guest book with space for collecting email. That has nothing to do with RSVPing. Welcome visitor guest book. Okay, so let's take a look at these keywords here and see if we see anything about RSVP. Guest list seating board. That might be a keyword to look at as well. I'm not really seeing anything over here that has that RSVP keyword in it. So what does that tell me? It tells me people are probably finding this book with other keywords, aka, guest list, weddings, parties, other events, back-end keywords, right? So if you don't see a keyword here, chances are that might not be a main keyword, even though we just found on Amazon, which, let's see if I still have it open. Yeah, this keyword is low competition. It's low competition probably because no one's searching for it, and that's picking up sales from other keywords. But where was that one I just found down here? The seating guest list table seating display. Okay, that's one keyword. It was like seating something. Guest list seating board. So let's go to Amazon. Let's type that in. Guest list seating board. Very, very, very low. But remember, we typed in board. We did not type in book. So let's just make sure that board is low competition. It is under 1,000 results. So guest list seating book, or maybe cards, 185. Again, I'm going to go down and check. Now, guest list seating book now has over 1,000 results. So let's take a look at. Actually, let's go back. So notice this is why it requires you to do the research. This says 185 at first, and then if you go down and you scroll to the third page, it's going to change the results on you. So let's make sure that these are actually relevant. This is a wedding planner, aka not very relevant. This is a restaurant wait list, which also might be interesting. Because I'm seeing irrelevant results in the actual results on Amazon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put quotations around the main keyword, guest list seating, book. Now we should have things that are actually related to guest seating. Black and gold wedding planner, organizer, checklist, guest list, seating chart. So we have seating in here. We have a seating chart in here. I'm assuming this one has, this one has seating chart in the title. So this might be interesting as well. I'm not loving this just because there are so many results here and that Amazon is showing some other unrelated stuff. But I did open up this one. I did open up this one. So let's keep looking here. This is sort of related to a seating chart. So we'll take that main keyword, restaurant wait list, throw that in here. Really low competition. So we look at the actual results here. We see 1 book, 2 books. Table wait list is a logbook. I am noticing there's a single sponsor result here with another one here. Table wait list. Okay, but I don't see that many reviews. Let's go to the third page. 128. So super, super low competition. So maybe we'll take that and we'll put it into the product search here. Again, general category. I just want to look for things that are related. Right here we can see here. Okay, so the sales rank. This one, not that great, not that great. But you know what this does tell me is that they are selling, even though they don't have any reviews at this time. This one does, but this one is a table wait list. Customers arriving at a restaurant can fill in their name, party size, and phone number while waiting for a table. Again, not selling very well. However, the ones that are selling are priced quite high for what they look to be. This one's selling pretty well. This is a reservation book, though, instead of a wait list. All right, so that looks super interesting. Restaurant wait lists could definitely be a book. Let's close out some of these. And I'm going to open up a few of these because I think this might be something we can build a foundation on. Remember, the point of finding these books is not to sell 100 a day. It is to create a great product. And even if you get one sale a week, one sale a month, you do that enough times, it builds up a foundation that you can rely on when those royalties roll into your account. So restaurant table wait list is a restaurant wait seating chart, busy restaurant guest seating logbook. So notice keyword. We have a keyword here, and the main keyword is in the title. It's 100 pages. Again, $8.99, priced a little bit high. I bet you could steal sales from these other books that are selling here simply by offering a lower price. And this one has already sold and it got published not too long ago. Way higher price. Okay, I don't see any A+ content. I don't see any A+ content. So right away, I'm figuring out how can I differentiate a book in this niche. Lower price, A+ content. What are both of these books doing well, though? They're showing off. So maybe A+ content isn't necessary. It's still something I probably do. But they're showing off what the inside of the book looks like on the actual interior here. This one has a horrible description, very, very short, not really formatted. Let's read it. Organizing guests and ensuring their comfort while waiting for a table can make all the difference in their dining experience. Okay, that doesn't really, I mean, you are getting a few keywords in here, but it's not actually helping your book rank. The restaurant table waitlist is specifically crafted to assist eateries in managing their guest flow during peak hours efficiency. All right, well, not horrible, but it's not selling me on why I need the book. That's kind of the entire point of A+ content. This one, a little bit longer. I'm not going to read this out loud. But I do see that there's multiple books in this niche that are selling, which is awesome. If I look over on the right side, what are we looking for here? Restaurant waitlist. Waitlist notebook, restaurant list, restaurant waitlist. Looks like that is not really getting any searches. So this happens, right? I didn't prep any of this beforehand, so let's go and now you could go ahead and do one of these, but chances are, again, because this is not getting searched, it's probably picking up sales from other keywords in the title, in the subtitle, etc. So let's just go back to the drawing board. I mean, that is literally what the research is about here. So again, top 500, I'm going to keep it in the notebook category for now. I'm just looking for interesting things and kind of talking out loud as I go through it. So scrolled way down. I don't exactly know where I was before. We have firearms inventory. That might be interesting. How's this one selling? Decent. Let's take a look. Firearms inventory personal logbook. So firearms inventory logbook. Let's put that in Amazon, see what comes up. All right, so we have one, we have two. Notice I see reviews immediately. If I go here, this number hasn't really changed. All right, so that might be something to take a look at. Let's open up the product search again. Remember, I'm just looking for the main keyword here, firearms inventory. I'm not typing in logbook, I'm not typing in book, I'm not typing anything like that. I'm just kind of looking at what's out there. So I see multiple books that are selling immediately. They're selling very, very well, that have reviews that are related to this niche, which is awesome. Firearms inventory personal logbook, literally the exact keyword from this, right? Okay, we go back inside of BookBolt here, gets 1,800 searches a month. All right, so let's actually take a look now that we have seen that this big keyword is pretty low. Let's go through that. I gotta copy this, put this onto Amazon. Over 1,000 results. So why did that change? Well, it changed because you are entering things in like personal and logbook. It's a longer keyword, but Amazon is going to say, hey, before, when you search for the broad keyword of firearms inventory, right, not that many words to match up, but when you enter in things like personal and logbook, if they don't have enough results, they're going to try to show you as many relevant products as possible. So let's go down, let's do the same exact thing here. We'll go to the third page, over 1,000 results. So if I just put in quotations around firearms inventory and click on search, still over 1,000 results. If I'm looking for exactly that specific phrase, if you put quotations around it, it's going to show you that exact specific phrase. And yep, just like that, this is far under 1,000. So just to make sure, and notice firearms inventory record book, firearms inventory personal logbook, record book. This one probably includes logbooks somewhere if I open it up. Let's see, personal log, yeah, right here. Firearms inventory personal logbook. So when you use those quotations, it's basically saying you want an exact match search on Amazon. So that is exactly why this book is popping up, even though the title is personal firearm record book. So you're noticing a lot of different keywords that could be used to pick up sales within the overarching niche of firearms inventory books in general. 608 results. Let's just make sure that that is low competition. We go to the third page, and this has not changed. So right there, low competition book. I mean, you just saw me do all this live, kind of jumped around all over the place. We started in the BookBolt cloud, right? We started with the cloud. We scrolled way down in just the general notebook category. And yes, this is showing a logbook because they put notebook in the title or the subtitle. If we click on this, we can see how well it is selling. And we already took a look at this. So over time, right, what we want is we don't want a book that sells once and then never again. We want over a long period of time is going to consistently sell. So we see all these different drops. Each drop is at least one sale. So that is exactly what we are looking for to build the foundation of our KDP business. So we found that, right? We went over to Amazon. We took a look at some different keywords, specifically from this one. It has 10 reviews. And let's just go through this book before we wrap up this video, because I think this would be a good low competition, low content book to go into. So Firearms Inventory Personal Logbook, that's the title of the book. So everything before the colon. Record inventory, acquisition, and disposition. A notebook to keep track of your guns and equipment. It says this is large print, so it must be at least 16-point font. Very, very long subtitle, so they truncated it here. Organizer gift for gun enthusiasts. So you're starting to notice when you create your own book, don't copy their title word by word, but there's definitely keywords in here that you can use either in your title, your subtitle, or your back-end keywords. Gun enthusiasts. You have organizer for gun enthusiasts. You have keep track of your guns. You have, record inventory. You have the main title, which is, a keyword. So let's take a look at their description here. This firearms inventory personal logbook. Notice they bolded it because that is the title. So it just looks a little bit better. Notice the pricing. That's actually the first thing I noticed. It's fairly low. It's fairly low pricing, which is good because the lower you price, the more you will sell, or you can pick up from other people in the niche, because if everyone else is pricing at $9, your product just looks more attractive and you end up getting that sales velocity. It contains 109 pages, 4 pages to record index. Now, I don't know. This is probably a failed copy and paste. Notice how these look like periods. These were probably supposed to be bulleted points. 4 pages to record index, 4 pages to record your insurance information, 100 pages to record your gun information, manufacturer, importer, model, type. They've missed an E here. Make sure you proofread your stuff before you actually submit it to Amazon. Make sure you can spell correctly, serial number, barrel details, capacity, picture of your guns, and more. This unique and personalized notebook is a perfect gift for gun enthusiasts. All right, so 109 pages total. This is a 7x10 book. It was published a few years ago. Pretty good cover. We'll read sample here. All right, this logbook belongs to. I always like doing this type of content in the front of a low content book. Makes it just a little bit more personalized. But you know what I don't notice here is like a QR code asking for a review anywhere. Now, they may have added that near the end, but something like this would be so incredibly easy to create in the studio. So you can see, here's some insurance, different firearms, etc. So very, very, very simple, right? Let's keep going, see if there's anything else we can glean from this page. No A+ content, so that would be an excellent opportunity to create in this niche, create A+ content, have a better cover. The one thing I do want to look at is down here, and I don't see any customer reviews, because what I will normally do is open up a bunch of these books, and maybe we can do that before we wrap this up. So I'm going to open up this one, I'm going to open up this one, I'll open up this one. We'll see if anyone is complaining, because the complaining on other books will tell you how you can improve your own product, right? So go to more, look through here. I'm not seeing any complaints on that one, so we'll just open that up and come back to it. This is the one we were on, I think. No, it wasn't. This is different. So we have some screenshots here. Any complaints? Perfect. Good layout. Read the description. The book was fine. I just expected to be able to record 100 firearms, not 50. Boom. That's why it's important to, be honest with what you are creating. Let's go back to the top here. A+ content. Okay, I love this. We didn't look at this book before. Track personal firearm information easily with our logbook. Shows you exactly what's inside. Why you will love our record book. This is great A+ content, because it's telling you, it's using it as a sales technique to sell you on why you should actually purchase this to the potential customer that lands on this page. Easy to use, a lot of sheets, good paper quality, professional design with matte finish. I don't really love their little bullet points here, but don't waste time and money. Try a record book. We are sure you'll be satisfied. Again, salesy, but I don't know, probably a better. You could pick some better wording, some better bullet points of how and why they want to use it. Let's read the sample of this one. This book belongs to. This one's laid out a little bit different. Firearm details, okay. Acquisition information. You're starting to get ideas of what you can put inside of your own book, right? Handgun, shotgun, rifle, pistol, air gun, other. Now, if you are watching this and you are not from the US, you might think this is kind of a weird niche, but trust me, this is pretty big in the United States, and we are on the .com marketplace, which is where you're going to see the majority of your sales. So we took a look at this. We didn't see really any complaints here. Let's look at this one. This one does also have reviews. Great detail all in one place. We only have one written review. This cover, if this person can sell books with this type of cover, then you can sell books too. This is ridiculous. Let's read the sample. Scrolling down. Okay, this one's laid out differently as well. Looks pretty good though. I can't really see much information on the inside. I don't see any A+ content at all. So what have we noticed here? This one has 22 ratings. This one, the one with the A+ content, has 54, and it was published not as long ago. So it's been on the platform for a shorter amount of time. It's gotten more reviews much quicker than these other books that are out there. Now, this one got published even shorter. So let's take a look at this one, because we have not yet, and then we'll kind of wrap up this video because it's getting a little bit long. 22 ratings. Again, they showed off the inside on the cover. Really, really like this. You can create this type of content in the Book Bolt Studio. I don't see a look inside button. So let's see here. The description is way too long. No one's going to read this. This would be much better information to show off in A+ content, and I don't know if they have it or not. So let's scroll down and look. 109 pages, $5.99. So this one is undercutting the competition that we found very, very slightly, and they are being rewarded for it. So let's keep going down. No A+ content, right? So right away, that is definitely something that I would do going into this niche, because most of the products out there, just from the few that we've opened, don't even have it. And these are some of the best sellers. So let's see if there's any complaints in the reviews. Not seeing anything as advertised. Great book, exactly what I needed. Records. See more reviews. Let's see if anything bad in here. Nothing, right? So what I would then do is I would probably add this to my favorites, or add a few of these to take a look at later. So, I can just click on this. It's going to say, hey, where do you want this? Now, I could just put it in the test one for now because I didn't set this up on this test account. But then I can come in here, and then if I were to go to my favorites, I'm going to come over to test. You see I have one book, and here is that book. So in the future, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next month, whenever I get around to actually creating this content inside of, the Book Bolt Studio, or I want to download it, I can either download it to keep it on my computer, or I can reference it later in order to compile all that information that we just found into our own unique product that we can then put on Amazon. So I know we said we were going to find maybe one or two. That's, one product, low competition, kind of step through the entire process. Hopefully that's helpful to you guys. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. And until next time, catch you later. Thanks.